Hi everybody, this is Agnes from Sediment, and today let's take a closer look at often forgotten middle child of Tuscany, Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. Those of you who are not new to my channel know that I love Sangiovese grape variety, which is truly among the greatest Italian red grapes, if not in the world. Its principal home is Tuscany, where it produces famous wines like Chianti, Classico and Brunello di Montalcino. I have created many videos about these wines, and yet not a single one about Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. And funny enough, even Ian Diagata, the author of many Italian wine books and certainly a great authority when it comes to Italian wine, hasn't mentioned Montepulciano in his book Italy's Native Grape Terroirs. I also couldn't find any reference to it in his other book, Native Wine Grapes of Italy. And even though Vino Nobile di Montepulciano is not the cheapest wine, certainly not from its top producers, it can still offer great value when it comes to exceptional Sangiovese wines. So let's break the silence and explore the too often left alone at the party child, Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. The vineyards of Vino Nobile di Montepulciano are located a bit further inland than Montalcino, thus a bit further away from Mediterranean influence, and is covering around 2,000 hectares. They are situated at elevation between 250 and 600 meters above sea level. The soils here are quite diverse, with a mixture of sand, clay and even volcanic pockets. A new category known as Vino Nobile di Montepulciano Pieve has been created for Vino Nobile wines, and it will focus on terroir. This category essentially allows one of the 12 sub-regions to be added to the label, thus highlighting the terroir and origin of the wine. However, as of 2023, we are yet to see them appearing on the shelves, and they should become available sometime next year. The medieval town of Montepulciano is worth a visit on its own. It is filled with wine shop after wine shop, a coffee place after coffee place, a restaurant after a restaurant, and overall a beautiful place to walk around and spend a day. As with other famed appellations of Tuscany, Vino Nobile di Montepulciano is another form for Sangiovese to shine, and here it is known under its local synonym Brunello Gentile. Vino Nobile can be made from 100% Sangiovese, but it can also be a blend with a minimum of 70% Sangiovese and other grape varieties, including white grapes. However, those are limited to only 5% of the blend. The other grapes allowed in the wine can be the local grape varieties such as Colorino, Canaiolo and Mamolo, or more widely recognized international grapes such as Syrah or Merlot. These additional grapes can be added to provide color, soften the tannin structure, or add some floral character to the wine. In the case of Vino Nobile di Montepulciano Pieve category, it must contain a higher minimum amount of Sangiovese, which is 85%, and only native Italian grape varieties can complement it. However, it has been extremely difficult to find any information on this new category, and we will know more next year when these wines appear in the market. If Vino Nobile di Montepulciano is made as monovarietal wine, it shouldn't be deeply rich in its color, as Sangiovese is not capable of producing black or inky wines. Nevertheless, it is known to produce wines with high levels of tannins and elevated marked acidity. Vino Nobile di Montepulciano must be aged at least 2 years before its release, of which 12 months must be in oak. For Riserva and Pieve wines, Vino Nobile must be aged at least 36 months before its release. Just like Brunello di Montalcino, the traditional vessel for aging Vino Nobile is large, neutral oak casks, while the use of barriques is associated with more modernist approach. Therefore, oak usually is not a prominent feature in these wines, but rather acts as a structural element that gathers the fruit and allows them to shine. I have tried to define Vino Nobile di Montepulciano wine style several times for myself, and I have to be honest, it is quite a challenging task. In some ways, it seems more similar to Brunello di Montalcino than to Chianti Classico. It is a medium to full-bodied wine with a powerful structure and good aging potential. It has elevated acidity, but not as marked or defining as in case of Chianti Classico. And in ways, for me at least, it seems more robust than Brunello di Montalcino, with more pronounced and less refined tannin structure. On the nose, Vino Nobile di Montepulciano shows pleasant red cherry fruit, often accompanied by plums, pomegranate, and herbal nuance. The best examples also tend to show a floral character of violets and cherry blossoms. Any dish you would want to pair with your favorite Sangiovese wine should pair nicely with Vino Nobile di Montepulciano as well. Think of wild boar, pasta in rich and flavorsome meat sauces, ragu, and variety of stews, as well as aged, medium-cooked steaks. Game birds such as duck and geese would be absolutely great with these wines, especially when served with richer sauces. I also think that Vino Nobile di Montepulciano is excellent wine to serve with creamier mushroom dishes and aged hard cheeses. Probably one of the reasons why Vino Nobile di Montepulciano hasn't enjoyed the same success as Brunello di Montalcino and Chianti Classico is because it lacked consistency over the vintages, not only in quality but also in style. However, top producers like Avignonesi and Poliziano are often credited with bringing the spotlight to the region and their wines, and are certainly worth seeking out. Avignonesi is also one of the world's largest biodynamic producers. Other estates that are worth trying include the organic and sustainable producers Salcetto, Bindella, Il Macchione, and I cannot forget about Boscarelli. Likewise, Val di Piatta and La Charliana are worth mentioning. I made a video where I compared two other famous Tuscan red wines, Brunello di Montalcino and Chianti Classico, and you can check that video here.